Sonic Mania is a very special game in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and it's not just for being a great game, it's also for several other reasons. What's going on, guys? It's SONICSTA, and in today's video I'm going to explain why Sonic Mania matters to not only the Sonic gaming community, but also to gaming in general. And of course, if you do end up liking this video, it would definitely help if you left a like or a subscribe or even just share the video at all. Doing those things would really help me and my channel out a lot. Oh, and also turn on that post notifications bell, that way you never miss a video. But anyway, with all that out of the way, let's just jump right off into the video. Okay, so if you watched any of my videos before, I've probably mentioned once or twice that I'm not really the biggest classic Sonic fan. And by that I basically mean I haven't played a ton of classic games. I've always planned to go back at some point to play Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and also CD, but I just never really got around to it. Now, I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I have played them all in bits and pieces, but I haven't actually gone through and finished their games. And I say all of this to say, when Sonic Mania was first announced, I was kind of, well, not too happy. Now, I wasn't raving mad saying that we should not get this game and we should be focusing on 3D Sonic and 3D Sonic alone. I was just more so thinking that this is a game I probably am not going to be that interested in. To me, Sonic Mania seemed like it was going to be a game for longtime fans and longtime fans only. However, as the release date got closer and closer, I began to become more interested in what Sonic Mania had to offer. Seeing as though I've never actually sat down and full-on played a classic Sonic game, this just felt like it was going to be the perfect opportunity to finally open up that door. With all of the hype surrounding Sonic Mania at its release, and also before the release, I just began to become more excited about it, and I guess I just kind of proved that this game is more than just for the old-time fans. Sonic Mania, the classic-inspired 2D platformer, was a game that was meant for everyone, and a game that I actually ended up really enjoying. Like pretty much almost any other Sonic game, you didn't need to play any game prior in order to get into Sonic Mania, which in itself was pretty cool and also a great selling point because I didn't really have any intentions to go back and play Sonic 1, 2, and 3. However, when Sonic Origins releases, I definitely plan to go back and play those games again. But either way, from the many trailers it seemed to drop along the way before its release, it just felt like there was a ton of love, passion, and care put into this game. To me, it just really felt like Sega and the developers behind this game really cared about what they were putting out, and honestly, you could just see it from their trailers alone. Seeing the words Sega proudly presents before pretty much any Sega game makes me feel as though it's just exuding all sorts of different types of confidence. And seeing Sega radiate so much confidence on a game that they're not even personally developing makes me and many others feel so much more positive about the game. So with that being said, this was an easy day one pickup. And honestly, that should say a lot because like I said before, I am not a classic Sonic game player. I don't really play any classic games. But there was just something about Sonic Mania that made it so overwhelmingly desirable that I just had to have it. While I can't say that this is my favorite Sonic game, I do have to say it's one I definitely do recommend. And like I said before, I thought that Sonic Mania was going to be the spark that Sega needed in order to revitalize Sonic's franchise. Now, if you don't already know, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise was kind of already going through a bit of a rough patch to begin with. By the time of Sonic Mania's release, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise did not really look up to its standards. By the time of Sonic Mania's release, we had already gone through several changes in the franchise, some of them being good and others being pretty bad. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but the bad ones really just stuck out like a sore thumb. During that time, you wouldn't be hard pressed to find someone saying something like, "I'm going to leave the series if the next Sonic game isn't good." And the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, if the next Sonic game was bad, they were not going to leave the series. And in the off chance that they do, they'll probably be back a couple years later talking about the next Sonic game that looks pretty good. But my point in saying all of this is, Sonic Mania was truly a light in the dark place for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. In a time period where it seemed as though fans could only acknowledge that Sega produced quote-unquote bad Sonic games, Sonic Mania tended to be the outlier of these quotes. For years, fans and critics have been at odds disagreeing on many different Sonic the Hedgehog games. For example, fans may say that Sonic Unleashed may be one of the best Sonic games in the entire franchise, while critics say it's pretty much just garbage. Fans, like me, may say the Werehog stages are actually pretty good and some of the best parts of the Sonic Unleashed game, while critics may say it's the worst part and probably should never make an appearance again. But what made Sonic Mania so special is that pretty much everyone was in agreement that this was a great game and pretty much nothing else. I mean, I'm not sure if I haven't been looking hard enough, but I cannot find anyone who actually thinks that Sonic Mania is a bad game. But of course, I'm not going to say that those people don't exist. If you don't think Mania is a good game, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear a different opinion. But anyway, let's talk about one of Sonic Mania's other interesting impacts. Now, for better or for worse, Sonic Mania was looking so good and was so good that it pretty much left a lot of pressure for Sonic Forces to kind of just outdo it. And even if Forces could not outdo Mania, it at least had to capitalize on it by being a pretty good game. Unfortunately, Forces could not do anything remotely close to that. I would say that fans and critics pretty much were on agreement again that Sonic Forces was just kind of a mediocre game at best. Then of course there are some fans who claim that Sonic Forces is the worst in the entire Sonic the Hedgehog series. Now, however you may think or feel about Sonic Forces is entirely up to you, but it is known to not have the same level of importance or acclaim that Sonic Mania did. In terms of story, these two games, Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, were actually connected. Both games not only featured the Phantom Ruby, but also classic Sonic gameplay. Now, in Sonic Mania, Sonic was given a new feature where he could do a move called a drop dash. This move would enable him to jump in the air and also gain momentum as soon as he lands. In my opinion, this definitely made Sonic Mania a lot more appealing and a lot of fun to play. Seeing as though I had options now with Sonic the Hedgehog and I can do more than just a spin dash or jump on enemies, and I can actually just go faster by just jumping, it made it really fun to play. Not to mention, pretty much the best thing about this feature is that it did not slow down gameplay. Now, I made a point to talk about this because this move was also implemented in the game Sonic Forces. However, I don't think it was utilized as well as it was in Mania. In Sonic Forces, when you play as classic Sonic, he feels really floaty, and that kind of leads the drop dash to feel way less satisfying. Now, to be totally honest, this has to be one of the most confusing things to me about Sonic Forces. Now, I'm no game dev, so don't quote me on anything I have to say here, but I feel as though Sonic Mania's formula with classic Sonic is kind of already laid out. The groundwork is finished for Sonic Forces. So I guess my question is, in terms of gameplay, why does classic Sonic feel so different in Sonic Mania than he does in Sonic Forces? As opposed to feeling swift, quick, and smooth in Sonic Mania, he feels slow, stiff, and just kind of weird in Sonic Forces. And like I said, the groundwork was already kind of finished in Sonic Mania, so couldn't they just, implement the exact same formula structure from Mania into Forces? Now again, I'm no expert game dev, so if you have an idea of how this works, let me know in the comment section down below because I'd love to get some insight. But even still, if that can't be done, I feel as though there should be at least some communication going on to make sure classic Sonic works the exact same way, if not close to it, in both games. But either way, going back to Sonic Mania here, this game was really just truly revolutionary. As I said earlier, fans and critics were in love with this game, and I too, a non-classic fan, really did end up enjoying it. So I did a lot of talking about how I and many others love the game, but I didn't really specifically tell you why I love this game. Aside from Sega demonstrating so much confidence in this game, all in all, I had a lot of fun playing Sonic Mania for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, let's talk a bit about Sonic Mania's presentation. Now, I'm sure you've probably already realized this just by watching a couple of my gameplay clips, but Sonic Mania is a very colorful game. Now, the reason why I think this is really important to note here is because Sonic Mania is a very eye-popping game. It looks so visually pleasing that it makes you interested in what it has to offer. With each of the colors bouncing off each other and being so vibrant, it's really hard to just take your eyes off of it. Now, I'm not saying that every single video game ever made has to be colorful and cheerful or whatever, because some games actually thrive off of just being black or white or just being darker colors. In the end, the presentation truly relies on the theme of the game itself, and also the game's audience. Seeing as though the game here is a Sonic the Hedgehog game with a 90s style theme, it just kind of makes sense why the colors are just this kind of vibrant. I mean, in all honesty though, if you're making a Sonic the Hedgehog game in pretty much any variety, you don't want it to look similar to Dark Souls. Unless of course your theme is medieval times with Sonic the Hedgehog holding a sword, then of course you're completely warranted to that opportunity. But anyway, I feel as though Sonic Mania's bright and cheerful colors definitely helped in its presentation. However, that was not the only category where it truly presented all that it could be. Before the game's actual release, we also had full 2D animated scenes by Tyson Hesse. Now, if you're a Sonic fan, I'd say more likely than not you're actually familiar with who Tyson Hesse actually is, seeing as though he played a huge role in making the Sonic movie redesign and also made a whole bunch of other 2D animated shorts for the Sonic the Hedgehog series before. You've probably seen his name once or twice. I mean, Tyson Hesse even animated a short called Chow in Space, which was selected to participate in the 24th annual LA Shorts International Film Festival. So to say the least, I would say he's pretty important in the Sonic the Hedgehog community. So just like the Chow in Space holiday animation, the Sonic Mania opening as well as the other Sonic Mania animated scenes received so much praise. Having an animated 2D opening and ending made it reminiscent of the game Sonic CD to many fans. Now I know I said I don't play a whole lot of classic Sonic games, but this Sonic CD opening was one that I would likely never forget. When I was a kid, one of my first Sonic games ever was the Sonic Mega Collection for the Nintendo GameCube. Now by this point you probably already know that I didn't really get the Mega Collection for playing the games. I actually used it just for looking at old cutscenes, videos, or even just pictures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So needless to say, I would spend hours upon hours just going through all sorts of different Sonic media images, and then I stumbled upon the Sonic CD opening. From the moment that I first initially saw the Sonic CD animated opening, I instantly fell in love and wanted to see more 2D animated Sonic the Hedgehog things. Now I wanted to make an emphasis by pointing this out because I think one of the main factors of making an opening for Sonic Mania was that they wanted to focus on nostalgia. I believe many people who saw this opening for Sonic Mania connected it to the likes of Sonic CD's opening way back then. Sonic Mania was loaded with all sorts of other novelties that made it look like it was pretty much a go big or go home Sonic the Hedgehog game. And to me, that kinda says a lot because there's not really a whole lot of new levels in Sonic Mania in comparison to other Sonic games prior. Seeing as though there's a ton of older Sonic levels that you've probably seen before in pretty much any other Sonic game like Green Hill, Chemical Plant, or even Stardust Speedway, makes it feel as though this might be a Sonic the Hedgehog budget title or a compilation game. However, Sonic Mania still thrives because even though these levels might be old, they still feel very fresh and new. There may not be a whole lot of completely new levels in this game, but there's a lot of them that just feel completely just remixed or remastered that feels so new and inviting. The overwhelming success of Sonic Mania spiraled into a whole lot of new things, not just for Sonic Mania, but also for the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Not too long after Sonic Mania, Sega made Sonic playable in Super Monkey Ball, and not just any Sonic, they chose Classic Sonic. Not only is Classic Sonic available to play as in Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD, he and Tails will also be available to play in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Not only that, but Tyson Hesse also made other shorts for Sonic Mania called Sonic Mania Adventures. This 11-minute series is all featured on YouTube for free. It basically tells the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and his many friends after the events of Sonic Forces. Currently, the 11-minute episode is sitting at nearly 80 million views. However, Sonic Mania Adventures was not made as a standalone thing. This 11-minute animation was actually made as somewhat of a promotion for the extension of Sonic Mania. This extension was called Sonic Mania Plus. And the best thing about Sonic Mania Plus is it pretty much resurrected characters who we never thought we'd ever see again, Mighty and Ray. These two characters were never really extremely popular outside the fanbase. However, inside the fanbase is a completely different story. With the return of Ray and Mighty as characters in the series, people began to wonder if other characters will come back as well. Characters like Honey the Cat, Bean the Dynamite, Bark the Polar Bear, and Knack the Weasel have made their rounds around the discussion table. The return of Mighty and Ray sparked hope in many fans that hopefully their fan-favorite characters will return eventually. Sonic Mania did a great job of paying homage to the longtime fans, but also extending an arm to those in and outside of the fanbase who weren't already interested in 2D Sonic games. With all of the universal praise that it gets, you kind of forget that Sega actually didn't even make this game. This game was actually made by none other than fans of the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Now I could have easily made this claim at the beginning of the video, but I wanted to save my best point for why Sonic Mania matters for the last point. I believe because Sonic Mania primarily was made by fans pretty much all across the board makes this game so much more desirable and so much more crazy to believe. Now I do want to emphasize though, these aren't just ordinary fans. These are fans who are really dedicated to their craft and want to do better for the series. These fans are game developers, animators, and people who are just ready to do whatever it takes to make a great game. The people who developed Sonic Mania were game devs known as Christian Whitehead, who previously already worked on Sonic ports like Sonic 1 and 2 for the iPhone, and of course other mobile products as well. But they didn't do it alone either, they had help from Headcanon and Pagoda West. With this dream team working together to create a game such as this, which I believe is a masterpiece, it opened the eyes of many people believing that fans are actually a lot more capable than others let on. With so much love, care, and passion put into Sonic Mania, it made people believe that we all could create something if we truly love and care about it. Now I won't say that Sonic Mania kind of started the quote-unquote Sega hire this man quotes, but I do think it was definitely a huge catalyst. Like I said earlier, Sonic Mania was not developed by Sega, and they just kind of hired this group together to work on this one game. And seeing as though there are a lot of people out there who make Sonic fan games in their free time, well, people believe that Sega should quote-unquote hire this person because they did a pretty good job on this fan game. At first, when people said Sega hire this man, it kind of started off as somewhat serious. They would see Sonic run around in an open field and say that Sega should hire this person because it looks visually really cool, and also it just feels really cool to play. But eventually the Sega hire this man remarks began to get thrown around pretty much everywhere. I mean, you could find pretty much anyone saying that because Sonic is in some sort of grassy field and with Unity being the software. Basically, over time, those remarks have quickly lost all of their meaning possible. But the important thing to realize here is that these remarks even started in the first place because of Sonic Mania. In essence, Sega quote-unquote hired that man, and they did a great job, and that's what people want to see. People were immensely happy because Sonic's career could finally be revitalized once again, and we'd be able to see great Sonic games coming in the future. And this was all because of the power of these fans. These fans wanted to go out of their way to create something that not just they would enjoy, but everyone could enjoy. They knew what Sonic needed going forward, and they delivered. As a company, it could be really hard to listen to what every single fan wants to hear, but if you're a fan, you generally have an idea of what everyone wants to see. And that kind of explains why there's so many Sonic fan games made nowadays. With Sega enabling us this creative freedom to pretty much do basically whatever we want with Sonic the Hedgehog to some extent, we have a lot of creative freedom. While other companies frown upon things like fan games like Nintendo, Sega actually applauds them and rewards those fans. The way Sega and Sonic Twitter interact so much with the fan base and also just the community in general makes us all feel like we're all included on this big Sonic the Hedgehog project. And all in all, that's all just really cool. You never really get to see a company interact with its fans like Sega and Sonic Twitter do. This company actually seems like it genuinely cares what the fans and others have to say about it. And to see that encouragement and that support done by just this one company really sets it apart from almost everybody else. And with that being said, I think the overwhelming support of Sonic Mania and also its success in general made Sega actually trust us fans more and more. The absolute last thing I'd like to see us do is to completely mess it up by making people pay for a fan game. Sonic is owned by Sega, but Sega gives us so much privilege that you do not want to mess this up for anybody else. But anyway, I think you all kind of get my point. All of the reasons I listed in this video is why Sonic Mania matters so much to all of us. This was a giant leap in the right direction for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise that it should never go forgotten, and it should be always cherished and remembered. As someone who actually never sat down to finish a classic Sonic game before, I have to say that Sonic Mania is an experience I will never forget. In my eyes, Sonic Mania in itself is a masterpiece, and I think all of the reasons I mentioned earlier in the video are why it truly matters. What's going on, guys? Thank you all so much for sticking around to the end of the video. But now I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Sonic Mania? Is Sonic Mania in your top 5 favorite Sonic the Hedgehog games? Or even in your top 5 games of all time? Personally, even though I really do love Sonic Mania a lot, it's not in my Sonic games top 5. Me personally, I'm partial to the 3D Sonic games as those happen to be my favorite games in the entire series. Games like Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 happen to be in some of my favorite Sonic games of all time. I would actually even say that those two games have to be in some of my favorite video games of all time as well. But that's just my opinion on the matter, and that will not diminish how I feel about Sonic Mania at all. I feel as though Sonic Mania is very important to the gaming community, and if you haven't played it yet, I definitely recommend it. At its release, it was only about $20, and I'm sure it has already gone down in price now as it is. So I definitely recommend you go ahead and pick it up if you have the chance. But anyway, those are just all of my thoughts in brief. But anyway, if you did end up liking this video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. As I said earlier, it does help me and my channel out a ton. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section down below to let me know what you think. And also, as I said earlier, don't forget to turn on that post notifications bell, that way you never miss a video. I upload pretty frequently, and they mostly tend to be Sonic the Hedgehog videos, but if you'd like to see anything else like Legend of Zelda, Mario, or pretty much anything else, let me know in the comment section down below. One last thing before I go here is I want to take the time to shout out some of my amazing channel members. Thank you all so much for your everlasting support on my channel by giving me donations monthly. All of your donations go towards helping to improve the quality of these videos, and it definitely speaks volumes when you guys help me out. Thank you guys so much, as it truly helps me out a ton. You guys are truly the best motivators anyone could ever ask for. If you want to become a member of my channel, there'll be more information in the link in the description down below. But anyway, with all that being said and done, thank you all so much for watching, and this is SONICSTA signing out. Have a blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?